Hello everyone, hope you all are doing fine. So let's get started. So in this session we are going to see these things, these topics. So in this there is a topic number 1, this one, then this is second topic, then this is third topic, and then this is fourth topic. So yeah, earlier we had seen uh, how do you know if you have to get the title and how you will see that title and how you launch the web URL on the website. So now let's suppose this time I am having one requirement where I want all these codes should run on Chrome browser. Let's suppose I want them to run on Chrome browser, or I want them to run on Firefox or Internet Explorer or Edge browser. So I want like that, that if I type Chrome, it should all run on Chrome. If I want to type Firefox, so like how I have written here, Chrome driver equals to new Chrome driver. Same way we can write, saying Firefox, Firefox driver equals to new Firefox driver, and then similarly I can just control shift O so that it will import the Firefox driver. So it has imported like that. If you have to create for IE, so I can create for IE Edge. So let me create Edge driver 2 equals new, and then Edge driver. So what exactly I am doing? I am just creating an object of all the classes. Like Chrome driver is a class, Firefox driver is also a class, Edge driver is also a class. So what we are doing? Class name reference variable equals to new constructor. So this is how you create an object. So I have created an object of Chrome driver, I have created an object of Firefox driver, but you cannot keep the reference variable name same. Let's suppose if I keep the reference variable name same, it will start giving you error because you cannot have duplicate, right? So I'll have to give different. That's why I had given different values. If you want more, I can show you with this class name as well. Let's suppose we want to create an object of this class. How do you create? Second class s equals to new second class. Done. Now let's suppose I want to create one more time, s equals to new. If I want to do the same thing, can I do? No, because the reference variable this time are duplicate. If I say s1, is it fine? Yeah, this is another variable, and this is another object, this is another object. So that's how it goes for Chrome driver, Firefox driver, and then reference variable. Okay, so now if I want to change that, if I run right now this program, so it will run for Chrome driver, as you have seen, driver. But let's suppose if I want for Firefox, I will have to change here 1 1 1. So let's suppose if I am having 100 of lines, everywhere I have to put 100, 1 1 1. So like that, if I want to, I have to put everywhere 2 2 2 2. So it's not at all looking feasible. So let me declare a variable for that, so that we can do it in easy way. So here I'll declare a variable public static string browser name. Let's suppose I'll make a variable, and here I'll keep it as a, for the first time, that Chrome should the browser is here only. I will give, if Chrome, I just want to give here, I don't want to change here and there, just one place, and all the code should get executed on Chrome. If I give Edge, all the code should get executed on Edge. If I get Firefox, similarly for all other browser. So how do we achieve that? So is there any approach you guys can think? So for now I'll just go with if else. So if, I'll say, and then in if I'll say browser name. Okay, browser name dot equals, I'll say if the browser name equals Chrome, okay, I'll say Chrome, then I'll say do one thing, just say Chrome driver equals to, and then launch the Chrome browser and do the execute all rest of the. Similarly for others, I'll say else if, and here also I can do same thing. So let me just copy paste else if, and then here instead of Chrome we can write for Firefox, and here I'll copy this code. If it is Firefox, launch the Firefox, right? So once these two are done, we can remove from here, right? And now we can say else if, one more time we can say browser name dot equals, then do one thing, execute this code, and now I'll close this. Here what you have to do, Edge, this we are doing for Edge browser, so I'll write here Edge browser, and we will remove this line. Now here we should give Edge. So now you can see if your browser name equals Chrome, just execute this line, Chrome driver equals to new Chrome driver, and then start executing all the rest of the lines. But you can see it started giving error. What it says? The local variable, because it is not recognizing where is the driver now, because you can see driver is here, right? But this driver scope is only within this block, it's not after this block. And this driver one he is also the accessibility of this variable, local variable, is only inside this block. That is, we have read in Java that the scope of the local variable always be there in the particular block. So here also it is going in block, but this thing is out of block, so that's why it's giving you error. Now how to make it generalized so that the driver should be recognizable? So we'll do one thing, we'll declare here we'll just say public static, and then say Chrome driver we can say, right? And now public, and now you can see the errors are gone. Can you see the errors are gone now? So let me execute it and see what we are getting over here. So right now I want my code to be executed in Chrome driver. So let me run. I am running the code. The Chrome driver will open and it will maximize. Oh, it's not maximizing. It just opened. So what is wrong with it? Like, what is wrong with this? Why my code is not running? And I am getting something exception in main thread, that is null pointer exception. So do you guys are you guys getting that why I am getting null pointer exception? So you can see it says public static browser name equals to Chrome. So it will go for if browser name equals to Chrome. Yes, it is equals to Chrome. Then it's gonna execute this line. Chrome driver equals to new Chrome driver, and that's all. After that, there is no there is no driver. So that's why it's giving you null pointer exception. If the driver was associated with global variable, one of the other way to watch that how it is associated, you can see the driver color. The driver color is not of same color. So in case you want to make it of same color, so once you have defined here Chrome driver parent over here, why you want again here? So just remove this Chrome driver. I removed it, and you can see now the driver, all the driver colors are matching, and this driver is now tied up with this global variable driver. Now if I run, my code should run. So let me show that to you. I have run, a browser will get open, expand, Google site is getting open, and let it get load. Yeah, it's load. Now I'll close it. You can see the title of the page is Google, test case is passed. So that's how we can configure. If I want, I can put here Edge browser, and I want now Edge browser to be executed. Let me execute it. I'll run my program, and you can see a web browser is open, but again I got some error. What's the error? You can see again null pointer exception. Can you guess why? Because this driver belongs to the global variable, whereas this driver is driver 1, driver 2, and if I make driver this also, them also driver, nothing is gonna work. Like how it is gonna work? Like so, what we will have to do. We'll have to think that how can we tie up this driver along with this driver and this driver along with this driver, so that in one go they should listen if the input is Edge, or if the input is Chrome, or if the input is Firefox. So once we delete it, let's suppose this one, you can see we are getting error over here. What the error says? The error says change type of drive to Firefox. That means you will have to now define the same way how you have defined Chrome driver, like that you have to define Firefox driver. So let me do that. So I'll just say Firefox, but again there is a challenge. It's giving error because duplicate variables you cannot keep. Now what's the solution that we are going to solve it through? What? So to overcome this solution, we need to know what is the parent of Chrome driver, or what is the parent of Firefox driver, or what is the parent of Edge driver. So that we should declare over here. So for now, once I said Chrome driver is a class, so the parent class of all these browsers like Chrome driver, Firefox driver, Edge browser is remote web driver. Now do Control Shift O. It's gonna just import the file. Now you can see all the errors are gone. You can remove this as well, and you can see if I try to run my program, it will run for all the classes. So let me show that to you. For all other classes like browser classes, you can see it's maximizing, it opening google.com, and let it get load. So yeah, it's loaded. Now I will cancel this, and you can see Google test case is passed. Like that, if I mention over here Chrome, it will now work for Chrome. So we need to always think that how can we get some sort of so that our code should run for all the value. So we should, there only we need Java concept. So like how we did, I just cancelled, that's why I got this error. So no need of that. It was loading. If it would have loaded, this error would have not come. But yeah, the thing is, there we used inheritance concept, like how and all, how they are So now what is remote web driver? So remote web driver is a parent class for, you know, Chrome, Firefox, Edge, every other class. So how is that verified? Like, is it like that, or we need some verification? So yeah, we need some verification. So for that we need to go to, Selenium docs website, and to go there, just you need to do selenium.dev, then go to downloads, and then downloads you get Java here 4 dot here, and then you can see API docs. Click on this API docs and the API docs are loaded. Now click here first. What you want to search? I want to search Edge driver. You can see organization.open keyword of Selenium. Just click on this package and wait, Edge driver. So Edge driver, open the Edge driver, and you can see this is a class. Edge driver is a class over there in this API, whereas what it has done, it is extending, Chromium driver. It is extending Chromium driver, but we were talking that, remote web driver is the parent class of all these drivers. So let me show that to you how we were saying the remote driver. Now it is extending Chromium driver. If I click on Chromium driver, so you can see Chromium driver parent is remote web driver. So let's suppose if I say Firefox, and here if I Firefox driver, and if I open Firefox driver, you can see class Firefox driver, and it's extending remote web driver. So remote web driver is a parent of Firefox driver as well as Chrome driver as well as Edge driver. So whatever browser it supports, it is the parent of all this. Now let's suppose we go here and we just say like we want to remove the remote from here, and we just want to say web driver, and we say Control Shift O again, and you can see the error is gone. And still if you run your test, and it's gonna similarly run the same way how it was running earlier. So a remote web driver is also working, web driver is also working. So what is all this? What is all this? So we need to know that what is all this. So to understand what is it all this, first we should know, we should go to API docs, and in API docs you will see, go to remote web driver. So remote web driver is a class. So we'll do one thing, we'll better understand over here more. So let me create an object of remote web driver. So I'll say remote web driver equals to new, and let's suppose I'll say Chrome driver. Okay, and I'll say Control Shift O, so that it will import the file, and this is good to use. Now again, if I want, I can say web driver equals to new, and then I'll say here, let's suppose Chrome driver only. Okay, and let me tell you the difference, Chrome driver and Control Shift O. But here you can see driver is giving error because duplicate reference variable. So we will give driver 1. Now this is all done. So you can see here we are able to, if you write these 2 lines, we will be able to launch the browser with these 2 lines. Then what is the difference? So let me show that to you in a new class. So let me create a new class. and here we'll write rules. Okay, and if you go and copy these two lines in the new class so that you will better understand more, and then now do Control Shift O, so that yeah, it's already done, so no need to do Control Shift O. So if I comment out this line and if I run this code, you can see a driver, Chrome driver is going to open. A Chrome web browser is going to open, and it's open now. And if I want to do the same thing from WebDriver, you can see two things will open. Let me run this. So first driver will open, and then second driver 1 will also open. This is driver, and this is again one more is coming. This is driver 1. You can see two drivers. Chrome is being controlled by automated test software, and Chrome is being controlled. So then what is the difference between these two? Like, what exactly is happening? How it is, why are we using WebDriver commonly? Why are we not using remote WebDriver? So you can see if I write here driver dot, you can see how many methods: add, virtual authenticator, close, delete, download, all this. You get n number of method in remote WebDriver. Whereas if I write driver 1 dot, let me first comment it out. Yeah, driver 1 and then dot. You can see I am just getting this much. No more method. Like hardly it will be 13 to 14 method. So close equals find element, get string, get class, get current URL, page source, title, window handles, hash code, manage, navigate, quit, switch to, and some of the wait method. So these are having very limited number of methods in it, and whereas the remote WebDriver, it is having n number of method in this class. So what exactly is remote WebDriver? So remote WebDriver is a super class of Chrome, and then Edge, and then Firefox, IE. So these are the super classes of now if we talk about WebDriver, what is WebDriver? Okay, very important, guys. What is WebDriver? So first of all, it's a class, and remote WebDriver is a class, but WebDriver is an interface. You can just hover over on this here, you can see I, and if you hover over here, you can see C. That means it's a class, and this is a interface. And this interface, you can see here, this interface, just click on WebDriver. So what happens? This super class is getting implements. This super class implements WebDriver. So WebDriver, if you click on WebDriver, okay, so this is a interface, and if you go and see here, it has very few methods. That's all. So that's why we go for WebDriver instead of remote WebDriver. And look, you can see here it is said that it is hoped that you write your tests against this interface so that you may swap in a more fully featured browser when there is a requirement for one. So these are this is like recommended to use to go with WebDriver whenever you want to do testing in automation. So once again, Selenium is designed only and only for the web browser, and what you do with this, it's only up to you. Now let me open the Eclipse and go to your second class, and here we can do more stuffs like here I have found the title of the page. I can get the title of the length as well. So here like we'll say int length is always in you know integer, so int length equals to, and I'll say actual title dot actual title actual title dot length. You can see here length, and let us store that, and let's print the length. So just say I need to print this length, and then now run your program. Okay, the program is getting run, and you will see if it will execute, it will give you the length of the okay. So let's see why it's getting break, and it broken, but something is happening behind the scene. Okay, let it get execute, and let me see what happened. You can see in the console it says Google is the title, 6 is the length. You can see 1 2 3 4 5 6, this is the length of this string, and test case is passed. So what was the happening? Okay, we have called these two lines. So these lines were causing the damage. So just save this program, they will never gonna open it again. So yeah, I mean, this is the thing that we should do. And now from now on I will just use driver.close or driver.quit. I'll say driver.quit, and then I'll just run my program, and you will see everything will go as per automation. So browser is getting open, it's getting launched, website is loaded, and I do not need to close it manually. It will, once the test case will get executed, and it's closed. You can see the title has been printed in the console, and the length of the string is shown over here, and the message is shown over here that your test case is pass. So yeah, this is all about the topic which we have mentioned, and that is how you see the API documents of Selenium. That you go to Selenium, go to downloads, go to API docs, and here you see all other API, whichever API you want to use in future. So just now we checked for WebDriver, RemoteWebDriver, Chrome driver. So like that, whichever you want. Let's suppose I want to search Chrome driver, so we can search Chrome driver. You can see Chrome driver, all the Chrome driver methods, static methods, concrete methods, like that. Everything has been given over here. So in case if you forget anything, you can just come over here and refer, and you can make a use of it. So that's all in this session, and in next session we're gonna start with Maven project. So I think this with this you can just practice, at least it will give you a level of confidence. So thanks for watching, guys.